Hello guys, it is so good to see everybody. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to get logged in and go find our post. Let's see. We'll share this over into the creative group so maybe more of you can find. I have a find a face thing on my screen so I can't even see you guys, but that's okay. I'm on it. Let's see. Hi Janelle, good to see you. Okay, I'm just going to get this shared, and then we'll be ready to roll, in theory. Hi, Janice. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Share in a group. Yeehaw. Okay, so last week, I showed you guys, I'm putting the computer to the side, so I may not be able to see your comments just yet, but I'll go back at the end. If you have questions or comments, please let me know, and at the very end, I'll go back and answer all the questions. So, last week I showed 17 projects that I made with the Boho suite, and I wasn't done. But last week I had to have my taxes done, and needless to say, that had to take a front seat. And as soon as I was done doing my taxes, I finished going through my first swipe of that suite. And I did a one-sheet wonder for all 6 designer papers and the 3 pre-embossed 6x6 pieces that it comes with. So normally you get 8 sheets, and I did 1 sheet of each on the designer papers. And on the embossing ones, you get 2 of each sheet. So I used 1 of each of those in my cards, and they're done, and I get to show you those. Then I designed a class with the zebras. And I went to list it for everybody Sunday night, and it's not available to order. Well, it's on back order, and there are like 700 of them on back order. So Sunday night, I set out to design another class, and I did get it out by midday Monday. The marketing took me longer than the actual card making, but I chose the Nothing's Better Than suite, and I'll tell you what. It was intimidating. I know it's backwards for you guys. It was intimidating looking at the actual front of the box. But once I opened it and I put all of my images on blocks, I just can't stop. It is the coolest suite ever. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you all the boho cards I made. I'll give you a quick sneak peek at the class I had to pitch at the last minute, and I had already done all the big shot work. Usually I prep about 36 packets for a class because they go pretty good. I couldn't do it. I had to stop. So I have all of these piles of pre-embossed, and they're so cute. Here, let me show you one. Isn't this guy adorable? But now you know why he's on back order, because he's just so fun to play with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer a Zoom bingo. We've done bingo at my house, I don't know, a million times. And we don't play bingo, we play a lucky card bingo. But it will go along with the lucky card bingo signups. So I'm going to give it a couple weeks, and I'm sure Stampin' Up! Will be on it because we manufacture our own stamps. So yay for that. Okay. I think that's all the news for now. Holidays catalogs are coming. So they go live August 1st, and as people are placing orders or getting classes, either picking them up at the house or having them delivered, I will definitely be including holiday catalogs in with your stuff. So if I don't, definitely remind me. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera, and I'm going to put you in the clip, so hang on just one second. I must have pressed a funny button because it's still telling me to find a face. I don't know what that's all about. All right, I'm going to move some of my stuff around here. I've been working like a crazy person to get all of those things reorganized. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. All right, so I'm just going to start on one end of my bucket because, as you can see, I created 36 projects with that suite. So I don't remember last week. I don't remember which ones I showed you. So I'm going to just go by samples. These, so this is the technique we showed on the video last week. So if you missed that, you can just go back and watch last week's video. But these came out of one of the designer papers. This was a 3 3/4 by 5. And then the strip that was left over, I flipped it over. So that's the front and back of that pattern. Okay, and then I'm just going to go down the line. So these 5 came out of one sheet of designer paper. And I'm going to be documenting these and putting them on the blog. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do one design a day. So there might be 2 cards or there might be 5, depending on how many cards I got out of that suite. I think I showed this particular grouping last week, so I'm going to go quick with those. Okay, and then here's the next one. Let's see. Aren't they fun? Oh. So again, front and back. Oh, maybe one got mixed in there. Oh, yeah, well, what can you do? Okay, so that's that one. We'll know in a minute. Okay, this one you hadn't seen. Isn't that cool? I like the, these were leftover strips that on my one sheet wonder were marked as scrap. And I incorporated them to include. This ribbon is so darn rich. It is like thick and bulky and beautiful, and I will most certainly be beyond the 1/4 inch that I need to mail this card, but it is so pretty, and it will make a lovely thank you for some customer that places an order, I'm sure. But I love these. These are all from that one boho kit. All right, so that's that batch. And then the stripes, this is what, this pattern actually is what got me thinking that I needed to do the zebras, because wouldn't this paper be cute with the zebras? And all I did with these is I made 2 3/4 inch squares. So again, I'm going to blog these and I'm going to give you the measurements so that you can recreate them with any 6x6 paper that you might have. Or if you want the bundle, it is stunning. And this is just like a free-flowing piece of ribbon, and I put a glue dot on either end. Very pretty. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Lucy. So good to see everybody. Okay. Let me see here. This is the next one. This one I think was the first one I did, so you guys saw this one. I'm just gonna, I'll whip through these because this was on last week's video, and honestly, it was so last week. All right, and then these are all brand new. So these are using the new embossed, pre-embossed 6x6 sheets, and these are die cuts that came in the kit as well. So literally I stamped a thank you, and then I stamped the background flower from the boho as a background right on the crumb cake. So it's pretty, there's only a couple layers on this, and it's beautiful and it's easy to put together. Same with this, these shapes, the leaves, the flower, all of that came in the kit. The ribbon, the embossed paper, I just added some cardstock and stamped my image. These flowers came in the kit, and I added the pre-done flowers that came out of the kit. And again, that was all the triangle pattern. So those came from one sheet of paper, designer paper. Okay, and then we did the circles. So this one, I used both pieces, the piece that went across and then the diamond piece. It's a cute little layout, isn't it? These came out so simple and beautiful. It's hard to pick a favorite. They're all good for different reasons. And I was kind of boo-hooing when I made these because last week I was supposed to be in the land of aloha. But, you know, what can you do? We'll still get to go, I think. it'll be good. I hope so anyway. And then, again, this was supposed to be a scrap when I was done, and I used it to create a quick and easy layout. And that's the piece that came out like it's weird though. Where's the stem? Oh, it got lost behind the bow. My bow shifted. I hate when that happens. But they come pre-done. So like I popped it out and stuck it together. So simple and pretty. You can really see the embossing when I hold it at that angle. And this one, what you saw on last week. And then this one, and it's so simple. Like there's no embossing or anything on this one. And anything that was on a dark base, I put an insert. So that was 36 cards, just like that. And I'll be posting everything, CelineKempton.com. Today I posted and blogged about a coffee card that I made. Good God, I don't know what I did with it. Look at the leftover pieces. So I cut into one sheet each of the designer paper and then one of those embossed ones. And I cut a whole bunch of shapes, and look at this bag. Like, it is just oozing with stuff that wants to be played with. And even after using all those flowers, I still have all of these out of that kit. So I'll be able to make plenty more cards even without a refill. It's crazy. Awesome. Okay, so the card from today was my Coffee is Life card. And what happened was I was playing around with some scraps on the table. We have every Monday night, we have a crafty hangout. I don't care if you're a demonstrator. I don't care if you're a customer. It doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome. If you're going to work on your stuff and hang out and talk and you're making things, that's what we do on Monday night from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard. And I'm trying to get a good light on this because in real life, this thing sparkles like the dickens. And that is because this is Winkostella, and then the coffee is Winkostella, but like, I don't know that the video is actually getting, oh, there it is. Yeah, buddy. But it's way more brilliant when it hits your eye. So, yeah, Coffee is Life. I had leftover pieces on the table because this was my class on the fly that I designed for this week. If you haven't signed up yet, I still have packets, so let me know. If you're not on my email list, just send me a private message and we'll get you on that list so that you get the signups. But while I was playing with these things, I decided that I wanted to try out these new adhesive sheets. They are like a sheet of dimensionals, but there's no cuts in them. So I put a piece of Whisper White paper across the top side of one of them. See how it's hanging over? But it's perfectly cut this way. It's 4 1/4 by 4 1/2, and this one hangs over. It's fine. And then I took it and put it on my Big Shot and ran it through. And that's as far as I got. I don't know where this card is going yet, but I thought that we could create one together. So, yeah, I cut my own dimensionals in the shape of the letters. So last night's card was Coffee is Life, and today is Cocktails and Dreams, right? Because that seems like, I don't know. I used to love Tom Cruise when I was a youngster, but now not so much. But when I was younger, I thought he was cute. Okay. So now I'm gonna pull in the matching stamp for this. And it would be really awesome if my early espresso would reveal itself to me. My table's a little bit messy just because I've been nonstop playing. And so to see this shape, you have to understand it's up on a dimensional already, but the Whisper White cardstock is on top. So I'm going to leave this on the black background to make it easy to see, because that's kind of the beauty of photopolymer. And I think I'm going to, I don't know, stand up. It's hard to hit because I'm not directly on top of it like you guys are because the camera's there. So I might be off to one side. I think I hit it. Oh, look at that. It's like I've done that before. So we're going to bring in a scrap paper. This was the one I used last night. And some Magenta Madness. Again, I so should have done zebras this week with my nails. Let's see. So this is the inside of my drink. And to get it to the right color, I'm going to actually stamp off on a scrap paper because see how muddy that is? And then I'm going to stand up and hover right on top of it. And then we definitely need an umbrella. And this one I'm going to go full strength so you can see the difference. And you know what? I missed. It's no big deal. This is such a forgiving stamp set. And then, how about an orange slice? We can, you know what? Let's, since we're in colors, let's Bumblebee. Hi, Martha. Nice to see you from Colorado. I'm gonna stamp off on this one to kind of get it more like a lemon slice. I want it to be just a little bit lighter. I could have probably pulled out daffodil, but Stampin' Off does the same thing with the Bumblebee. It actually looks more daffodil, doesn't it? Okay, so that bugger is already up on dimensionals. And now I can take my glitter brush, Wink Estella. My daughter's like, you Wink Estella everything, don't you? And I'm like, well, I guess I do. Here we go. I'm just going to add a little sparkle inside the glass, and you know, it's just magic. Okay. I wish I could have you pronounce that for me, Brenda. That's funny. Okay. So I'm just going to close this up because you know if I don't, I'm going to make a huge mess. Although I'm probably going to open it again in a minute. But we're going to put that to the side for a second. And I cut out the word cocktails, and as I was lifting it off the transfer sheet, it pulled out. So I'm going to actually skip the cocktails one on that. These I am just popping out of the dimensional sheet. So the top, remember, I've already taken the adhesive off. It was like a little sheet that you peel. And I put Whisper White cardstock on the top. And then on the bottom, it's like the backing of a dimensional. So it's sticker, essentially. So what I was thinking with this guy is that we would do a little watercoloring. And for that, I need a piece of plastic. When I have my card bags, or like, you know, my cardstock and I prep a class, I save these bags so that I have a quick and easy watercolor palette that I don't have to mess with. Because when I'm done with this video, I am just gonna put it right in the trash and it's gonna be fine. Now, I was gonna do Bumblebee again, but I really want this card to be bright. And I am going to, so anybody know the movie that I'm talking about with the cocktails and dreams? If you know what the name, if you know the movie, just shout it out. Isn't that pretty? Presque Isle, Maine. Is that correct, Brenda? That's funny. Okay, so now I'm gonna break open the Wink Estella. When these are new, they have a black ring here. You take the black ring out and then you screw the brush together, and then the glitter sits in here. And by pulling out the black ring, there's like a little pin that sits inside, and that's what helps the glitter come down into the brush. When you are watercoloring with it, you can pick up any color that you want, clean your brush on a scrap paper, and then you're ready to go. You can change colors again. So let's start with Dreams. I think I'm gonna put the red or the pink on the bottom, and I definitely want my scratch paper because I want to see how much, oh look, see, I picked up a little too much. So I'm gonna squeeze my brush, and I wanna get it to be like really juicy for this technique. You'd be like, wow. Well, maybe not that juicy, but that's okay. We're gonna mix it a bit. And I'm gonna pick a color and do the bottom half first, because I did put more than I wanted. And then, let's see what we've got now. It's pretty cool. You can always put a little more color, but once you put too much, you're all done. And I left the inside in, it's fine. The inside will pop out before we'll stick it on the card. Whoops. All right, we're going higher with the pink. That's funny. Okay, and then, be like a sunrise. Okay, so see how it's pretty solid one color? I'm gonna take my brush back into the dark and add some color to the very bottom. So now I've got this dark to light thing going on, like a sunrise. It's not one color, or sunset. Ugh, I love sunsets. Right by the beach. Here we go. And it doesn't matter if we go in order. I know that E goes next, but. So this one's really dark, so I'm gonna do that for a second, and then I'll kind of dilute it out, make sure it's a better color before I. So there's no one way or another that you have to go. You can just build it. Okay. And I still want that D a little darker on the bottom, so I'm just gonna keep layering in a color as I see it dry. As it dries, it'll oxidize a little bit, and it may change color for you. Sorry that I'm not seeing your comments just right now. I am focused on getting the color on here, and then direct into that dark color again and coming across. The fat part of the E is the bottom, the wide one. Oop. How do you know you're painting the, oh no, I'm wrong. Look at that. It's this way. See, I learned something just there. That was good. Ask an expert. All right. We're getting there with this color. We're almost there. And like I said, it doesn't matter if I catch the middle, because once it's dry, I'm just gonna pop it out anyway. All right. So now I'm gonna clean off my brush and get the pink gone. And I'm gonna squeeze again, just a little bit. It's much better. Do you see that? That's a much better amount. I over squeezed there. Maybe I'll make a few more cards. But now I can go into the mango and make like a yellow mix. Oh, that's pretty. It's almost gold looking. Oh, I love the color it made. My goodness. Okay, so then we're gonna flip it. And again, we're gonna test. Okay. And I am not gonna color the middle. I'm gonna leave the middle plain for a minute, and then when I go back, I'm gonna blend it through. So it's almost like a sunset where there's a white, get a little more color on there. Same with that one, it needs like a little darker at the top. I can go back in at the end and finish putting the darker lines, so just to get the color on there. Oh, how fun is this? Ugh. It's super satisfying too, like, and by the way, like, you see me putting my finger on the pink, it's already pretty close to dry. Now I'm gonna skip over the lighter color I made and go direct into the mango and go right at the tip here to make it even like sunshinier. There you go, new word. We'll just make stuff up as we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now that we've done that, again, I'm gonna, oh, look at that. See it mixed? Oh, oh, that's happy. Look at that. It's like a rainbow. You can't make that. You can't make up that kind of happiness. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna clean off the brush. I swear, this time I'm gonna. Okay, and then in the middle, I'm gonna blend. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want just the Wink of Stella, and I don't want additional color. Like I want it to be almost white in the middle, so that there's a break across the center, like an ocean wave. All right. Draw me. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of this and clean up the table just like that. I'm not worried about a plastic bag. I can get rid of that, but it's sort of like recycling even before you start. And like I said, the cocktails thing didn't come out of the thing. Oh, I didn't do the S. Darn. Darn it. Well, we'll get there. So, cocktails and dreams. That's so funny. We have to decide what shape we want it on. Is this the biggest one? It is. I have a whole bunch of pre-cut shapes from this So Sweetly Stitched die cuts. And I thought it might be nice to preview our letters. I'm going to get rid of anything we don't need. Oh, see? Wow. So this looks messy, but once you get them kind of popped out and ready to roll, yeehaw. And it's so easy. Like you could do it with blends and put Wink of Stella on top too. That's another way. Same, similar technique idea, different. Oh, it's a little too short for the S. That's funny because I didn't color it. All right, let me see if I can save that trash and pull it out. Look it, we're still there. We're okay. We're gonna make it. Okay, that's funny. So that's, ooh, I got pink on the top. And it's right in the dark part. Like I said, once you put too much, you own it. Okay. And then this piece of hair on the table is driving me crazy. It's easier when you do one color at a time because then you have like more time to dry in between, but it's cool. It looks like candy. Now it makes me want to like touch up some of that. All right, I'm gonna stop. All right. My goodness. So there's a little bit of yellow still left on my brush and I am finishing that glass off. This is so cute, but I think I'm not crazy about the shape. So let's see what we got here. That changes everything, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I think I want to cut a 1/4 sheet for the outside of this. Sorry kids, 1 second. That's the tough part about on the fly. Let me see if I'm gonna need. I just cut a couple of quick layers here. All right. So this one I think is going to be the inside of the card. Hey Kathleen, good to see you. Hi, Jenna. Okay, and then I don't know if I want the brown, but we'll find out in a minute. We have choices. I don't know if I like the white. This might be just good. All right, so then let's change gears. I want to go back that way for a minute. It's so hard to make decisions sometimes. What do you think about a banner? I do. I like browns and pinks together too. And the banner punch is already on the table. I was looking for it, like I put it away and it was still here on my work surface. I love this punch. You can make any size banner, 2 inch, 1.5, 1, and if you don't cut it exactly right, you can put it in the back way and still cut. Oh, I think that's better. Heck yes. Okay. Okay. I'm going to move that to the side for a second. I am almost out of fast fuse. It's only taken me like, I don't know, a 1.5 years to get through all the refills I bought. I am loving the Seal Plus. It is very much like fast fuse, but I don't get gummed up at all like the old ones did. I'm super happy with it. Okay, so all I did was I flipped the whole card over, and I am using the card itself to cut a straight line, so I don't have to be super on it. Okay, and then, oh, you know what? We're going to use this size, so might as well stick this one on. Okay, so this one doesn't have any adhesive on it, and I could have used the regular adhesive sheets, or I could have, you know, made another dimensional sheet. And I love that you can just run it through the Big Shot. But here we go. We'll flip it over. And I probably should have painted it first, but I'm gonna, oop, gotta be careful with that. It's super juicy. Actually, that was the glue. I use a tiny, tiny amount of that liquid glue on the back for this. Needs a rhinestone, wouldn't you say? So take your pick and a rhinestone, just like that. And then I would imagine that that would make this easier to pop out. Woohoo. Maybe not. That could be like a little raindrop on something else. Okay. I'm thinking of the sign in the movie Cocktail. If you guys know the reference. Where do we put this guy? Because I think I need the whole space for the dreams. Dreams need space to spread out. So cool. So these adhesive sheets, they come 2 different ways. You can get the ones that are puffy, and these are puffy like dimensionals, or they have the regular adhesive sheets. And again, those come in 2-inch strips, but you can just stick the paper that you want to cut out with it and then run it through the Big Shot, and it's already got adhesive on the back. It's a dream. They are so fun to work with. That's my S. Cocktails and Dream. No, I think that's where it's gonna land. It should be straight up and down though, so that it doesn't spill, would you say? And I could have probably pulled them up a little, like done a, you know what I mean? But it's my first one, so. Oh, it is so fun. What do you guys think? I'm gonna pull the camera down and see what your comments were. But I like the whole idea. Also, I don't know, did I give you a preview of this week's class? These are great and they are so fun to put together. So if you haven't signed up for that, just ask me about my email. Okay, let me flip. We cannot see the card. Please come up. Okay, hang on. I got you. Is that better? Sorry about that, kiddo. There's those two. Love them. Oh, sorry, guys. That's so funny. That stuff always happens when you're live and you can't watch the, well, yeah, I saw the brown and pink together. We cannot see the card, but they're awful cute. And I'll put them up. Oh my gosh. That is just so cool. And it's very summery and pink and kind of the mood that I'm in today with my zebra striped nails. But I have tons to share with you coming up. And like I said, those boho cards will be hitting the blog after this one. And that's it for today. If you guys have questions or if you want to know more about that class, let me know. And I will see you next week at 3 o'clock, same bat time, same channel. Bye, guys.